Austin, yeah, it looks a lot better now than yesterday. The prospects are looking good. I'm sure from your end, you have a lot more positives to tell us tonight than you did yesterday.
Yeah, Toyin, good to be on the show again. It's all about believing that Nigeria can win a medal or two at this Olympics. Blessing Okon-Akpan will be in action tonight. Everyone cannot wait to see the time she'll turn out in the semi-finals. It's also looking good. You saw that race. Divine Oduduru is beaming with confidence every day. I like his spirit of optimism and the way he talks. He's saying, look, if Usain Bolt can be a world champion, I can also be a world champion. You know his famous line of, I never expect it. You know, he ran Usain Bolt, got a personal best, and now we're looking forward to the semi-finals to see what he can do. Antoine Hicks is also in the semis. We're seeing these athletes go into the semis. Toyin, how about they just take it a step further? You know, get to the finals, let's start smelling the medals. Everyone also rooting for Coach Samson Siasia and his team. What a story that team has all the way from Atlanta. The world, they are waiting to see if the Dream Team 6 goes on to win gold at this Olympics. It's arguably one of the redefining moments of sports in 2016. We're waiting.
Austin, still talking about Divine Oduduru. This is his first Olympics, first attempt at the Olympic Games already in the semis. That should be some boost for Divine. Maybe that could also somehow inspire Blessing, who is a veteran at the Olympic Games, to also try to do something for herself in the event for the women. Efe Ajagba is one bout away from the medal zone. He has to get it done tonight. What are your expectations? You've been close to Efe right from here in Lagos when he was preparing for the Olympic Games. That guy looks fired up. Looks like he wants to take anybody on. And tonight is as close as just one more bout, and he will be in the medal zone.
And even if we cannot give our hands to Efe to punch, we can root for Team Nigeria all the way from Lagos. That's all we can do. Efe Ajagba, I'll tell you, I've not been talking to him because, I mean, he needs to keep his focus. I've been talking to Coach Tony Koengwachi. I heard him saying that African boxing will want to go for the knockout. Yes, Tony, at this stage, if you can knock your opponent in the first round to pass a strong message to the other guy that is waiting to fight you, do it. Efe Ajagba, you know him, super heavyweight boxer. He's not smiling. We saw what he did to the guy from Trinidad and Tobago. He goes against a very strong opponent tonight. That guy from Kazakhstan, Ivan Uchko. But Efe Ajagba is beaming with confidence. I spoke to Coach Kehinde Adura just before, coming on air now, and he says Efe Ajagba has never been in this sort of mood in his entire life because he understands that he's carrying the entire Nigerian boxing on his shoulder. Does he have the quality? Yes. Can he win tonight? I'm a Nigerian. I'll say yes again. If Ajagba has what it takes, he wins tonight, gets into that medal zone, and then we can start dreaming of a medal.
Austin, before I allow you to go, people are not talking about Ese Brume in the long jump event. Commonwealth medalist. Blessing will also be doing the long jump. Are we going to be expecting too much from Ese Brume? Is she up to it? With no Blessing on a good day, if the Angels decide to carry her, like they did Choma Ajunwa a few years ago, Blessing could be in with some amazing chance. But for Ese, is this too early for us to expect anything?
No, Toyin, it's okay to dream. She's got the quality. She's a good prospect for a medal. Before I left Nigeria, I kept on saying that Ese Brume is my surprise package. She's the one that might just, pull off an upset. Look at her from the national finals in Sapele. She's been consistent right from the Commonwealth Games. She's a good revelation. And at these games, come on, even remember when Chioma Ajunwa did it, how many people actually expected her to do it? She went on to do the magic. The good thing for Ese Brume is that she has one Blessing Okon-Akpan that is also good in this event that she can listen to. She can go to Blessing Okon-Akpan, Blessing can talk to her and see ways that she can keep improving. It's the Olympics. Look, I spoke to Chinwe Okoro, the discus thrower. She says, you can never tell who is going to give you that amazing Olympics moment. For me, Ese Brume can't do it in the long jump for Nigeria. The biggest boy in town right now in Brazil is not Usain Bolt. He's Wade van Niekerk of South Africa. He shattered the 400 meters record unexpected. Yes, he's a champion in his own right, but no one expected that. Even Usain Bolt had his mouth dropped for that record. So Ese Brume, I'm confident, and I know if she believes in herself, she might just give us that upset.
Austin, thank you so much for giving us all the lowdown from Rio. We'll be rooting for all those guys, Ife Ajagba, Blessing Okagbare, Ese Brume, and I'm sure by the time we're back tomorrow on this show, about this time tomorrow, Austin, I'm not sure you'll be able to speak to us because the second semi-final of the men's football event will be going on, and I can predict that about this time tomorrow, we are leading convincingly, comfortably, looking good for the final, Austin. But are we allowed to celebrate ahead of time? Okay, maybe we'll keep it under wraps, keep our champagne on ice, and then wait till tomorrow. Austin, thank you so much for speaking to us on Sports Tonight. All right, that's Austin Okon-Akpan. Guys, let's still talk about the football a little bit. Austin Okon-Akpan caught up with former Super Eagles coach Sunday Olise, who also is an Olympic gold medalist. Remember, the class of 96, exactly 20 years ago, should be some inspiration for these guys. They also trained in Atlanta and 20 years ago, and everything is looking like the same thing can happen again. 20 years ago can repeat itself. Let's listen to Sunday Olise. We'll be back with more on Sports Tonight.
By what they had to achieve what they're doing. You can't kill people, you know. And it's what I've always been saying back home. If you look at the way the others prepared here, you know, the way we look at from the FIFA internal documents, how the other teams prepared. And these are nations that are poorer than ours, you know. It makes you feel sorry for our athletes. But then again, that's the reality of the moment. So as far as I'm concerned, I am proud of the boys. And as you see me here, I came to quietly give support to the basketball team. And brought my colleagues were there also. So, you know, they are not Nigerians, but they supported the Nigerian team. So that's all we can do. Support the boys and hope they get it on.
We may have our differences, we may have our opinion, we may be different on a lot of things. But when it comes to the Nigerian team playing in an international competition, everybody rallies around. And that's the spirit.
I remember the words of former President Goodluck Jonathan. He says that the supporters club amazes him. That is only the supporters club when Nigeria is playing. Nobody remembers I'm Christian, I'm a Muslim. Christian is playing.
The Muslim is singing the Christian worship song.
The other one is praying, and the other the God is praying too. And all of us too. Football is next to the two major religions in Nigeria, and it joins us together. We forget, in fact, because of the football going on right now, everybody has left whatever is happening in the country, and we're concentrating on what is going on right there in Brazil. And the boys have done enough for us. They will be there till the end of the tournament. And that's what qualifying for the semi-final means. They would, but we want them to probably just give this to Nigeria, go all the way. Most of us were skeptic, especially when you look at their preparation. But now, when you get to the semi-final, I mean, it is not too much to begin to dream that you can win gold. The only difference between 1996 and now was that the team going for the Atlanta Olympics football event, we saw them as champions even before they left.
96.
Because that squad, half of the team that went to US 94 was that squad. The guys that didn't make it to US 94 almost made it. Yes. So it was like the senior national team.
Knew that was a dream team.
Exactly. Yes.
And that was why we called them dream team. And this one
is just an appellation.
This is the real dream team.
Yeah, exactly.
The real dream because
it's a dream.
Because if you look at what they went through, it is a dream already. I mean, getting to this point. I mean, they got to Rio. They got to Manaus. Like Manaus
to their first game.
Before their games.
Hold on, but before we do that, I think it's going to be fair on us to commend the Nigerian Football Federation because this team played a friendly against Brazil. This team played a Suwon tournament where they met Denmark, Honduras, South Korea. And all these teams got to the quarterfinals of the games. In fact, Honduras are in the semifinals. So that was a fantastic test for these boys. There may not have been money There may have been itches in Atlanta and all of that, but the team got good preparation from the Nigerian Football Federation.
But before the Benji 2008 Olympic, they had almost similar preparation. They actually went to South Korea to played some games. They lost some
Intercontinental Cup,
and of course they got to the finals that year. So in this case too, I think that's pretty much the same thing. So when it comes to the preparation as per getting the best teams to play, fixing them in competition,
and they played Mexico as well.
Yeah, they played Mexico.
My own attitude to this is the best way to answer your critics. This is the best way
Seriously,
to answer
this is justice.
For those who say that what were they doing in Atlanta, what were they doing in all of who sent them there?
We are not seeing it.
This is the best, because imagine you take out those two events from the equation. I don't know what would have happened to the Nigerian
We would have
team.
started our training at the Olympics.
Yes.
And Japan would have, Denmark would have decimated the team. So it's good in a way.
It's good, yeah.
And I think we should also give credit to the Nigerian Football Federation, because Sia originally was not supposed to be the coach of this team. They brought him. Fatai Amo was the man in charge, but then they brought Samson Sia. But maybe it's too late for us it's too early for us to start to praise and talk about this. Let them beat Germany first and then win gold. And then we can begin to talk about who made this happen, who didn't make it happen, what were the lessons we can learn from it going forward. But the most important thing, guys, is that tomorrow, Germany must fall. That's the summary. And that guarantees us a medal, at least silver.
A lot of people are saying that the Germans are better than us.
No a table for us.
Technically, Azubike is not going to play. Silly way to get to miss.
Honestly, I do not understand why he did that.
I really don't know. I can sing the praises of Azubike here. Ball winning ability, ball retention ability, his ability to distribute the ball. And I don't know if there's any other person in that 18-man squad that can. And, you know, I don't want to start praising Siasia, but you see, when you have a coach, all the things that I could have blamed him for, his choices has shown me that it was actually right. I mean, for instance, I blamed him for inviting Daniel Akpeyi and not starting him. But the only game that Daniel Akpeyi was in goal, I think it was justified. I think
for sitting on the bench.
I think, you know, my opinion, that it was justified for playing Daniel. So I think the coach his acumen is very high, and he knows how to play this. If the resources available will be enough for the German onslaught, I still have my doubts about how the defense sets itself up, playing that high line, and you saw how we got caught against Colombia, and there were some nervy moments in the game against Denmark before we got that second goal that really calmed the nerve. Europeans, you know, sometimes are technically superior, and if I think we do that maybe to cut off our opponents, maybe we're lacking for pace, and sometimes. But I think Siasa should just look into that, because if we're going to set our defense again that way, and we have a referee who's going to look away from some of those high line that we play, it might be a problem.
All right, let me read a few comments on Twitter, on the show. Babatunde Samuel says, I'm optimistic for at least 2 medals for Team Nigeria. He's sending this one in from Ikorodu.
I'm going for 4.
You are going for 4 medals?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, Babatunde Samuel, Yemi is doubling the number of medals that you are seeing. You are seeing 2, he is seeing 4, but you didn't tell us where your own 2 medals will be coming from. Olanusi Tisilope says, to be frank, I can't see Okagbare qualifying for the final based on the time that qualified her for the semis. I wish she can win us a medal. Sometimes you don't bank on the time returned in the heat. Sometimes the times returned in the heat could be deceptive.
Yeah.
The real time is the final. And let's just hope that Blessing is able to make it.
Most of the time, people do enough to just qualify for the next round.
Yeah, and for the semis and then for the final.
Especially for somebody competing in other events.
Yeah, exactly. Like Blessing. All right, so let's just be patient with Blessing and pray for her that she will come good this time around.